And they step outside and they figure out whether or not they were faking themselves out or
Yeah.
if they weren't.
Yeah.
And like you've done it on such a crazy level.
Yeah. I know. And you know, like I feel, and it's so interesting for the kids because they're just, it's like I refer to it as like they've got a front row seat in dream chasing. Basically that's what just chasing the dream. It doesn't really make much sense. And they're just watching it. Yeah. Because and it's like this stuff. Like Hi. Yeah. You get a hug. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Okay, so today our prospect meeting has moved to tomorrow, which is annoying a little bit because I wanted you guys to join me on that because it's a really cool business, but I'm just excited to meet them, so that's tomorrow. And the other thing is that I'm so jet lagged from coming back from Australia and I have not slept for 3 nights. Actually, longer than that because I didn't sleep on the plane. So I need gentle imaging, gentle lighting to deal with my jet lag.
Good angle.
So I need good angles because of my no sleep week. Yeah. But what I want to do is make up that time with that we're not having the prospect meeting today with talking about our vlogging, our schedule for next year, look at what's been working, what hasn't, and basically talk about what we're doing right now with you and Train and Helen.
You want to just talk in that room next to us?
Yeah, I do. So let's go and see. It's going to be an adventure. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Katinka.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you
How
too.
are you?
Yeah, great, thank you.
Hi.
Hi, Antonia. Nice to meet you. Hi.
MP.
Hi, how are you? Good to meet you. Oh, you know Helen?
I've got a good
Corey and Train.
How are you guys?
We've got, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of cameras. Yeah, of course.
Especially you mentioned you have 3 kids.
3 boys, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
They're how old are they?
Yeah, 11, 9 and 5.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So learning from them, my kids are a little younger, 1.5 and 4. But that's exactly what they do, right? They're not stuck in. I see myself telling her, like my daughter, don't do it like this, don't do it like that, do it like this, do it like that. But that's actually so wrong because she's not stuck in this framework that we're in.
Yeah.
Actually, last time I found myself without that framework was maybe in my studies when I was going to university and I could just do whatever I wanted to do, and yeah, we lose that in a way.
We absolutely lose that, and I think our kids teach us a lot about that. You know, you can see it when, you know, they're doing things like they're dancing, and they don't care. They don't care how badly they dance or how silly they look. They're just, you know, having fun. And then we go through, and it's, you know, at some point we then become self-conscious, and then and then we don't do that anymore because we're worried about what we look like, and it's really. I think that's why we look at kids and we see so much joy in them because they're not worried about what anyone else thinks, and they say what they think, and you know they do what they think, and I love that. And you know, unfortunately, we then get to this point where we're like we sort of put ourselves in this box, and we've got to work within this. And I don't know. I don't really think that's conducive to happiness. You know, if we can't be ourselves and you know, communicate in our own way or live our own lives, and I just don't think we're doing that. And I know, like with my experience of coming here, people say, you know, how can you go and start this thing in New York, and you know your kids are in Australia, and you know,
Back in Australia.
yeah, they're gonna come over in August, but I couldn't do everything all at the same time, and you know, it'd be really easy for me to go, oh, you know what, I'm 42, a mother of 3, I missed my chance, you know, I can't go and live and start a business in New York, it's not the right time. But it's like, why? You know, I look at it and think, my kids have got a front row seat in dream chasing. You know, they're watching a dream being chased. It's my dream that I'm chasing, and they're watching, and all I want for them is to chase their dreams. And so my view is like, who am I to tell them to chase their dreams if I'm too scared to? You know, I have to show them that. But you know, that was probably, someone said to me the other day, how do you not feel guilty, and how do you not feel mother guilt? And you know, like, you struggled terribly with not being with them, obviously. But as far as, I don't feel any guilt, because what I did was I sat down one day and said, well, what's the one lesson? Like, if I could only tell them one thing, if I only wanted them to just do one thing in their whole life and that was the only thing I could teach them, what would it be? And I was like, I don't want them to settle. I don't want them to settle for the job they don't really like, or the relationship they're not really happy in. Like, I just want them to go for it, no matter how risky their dream is or how unlikely it is that they'll be successful. I just want them to give it their all and go for it. And then I went, well, who am I to tell them to do that? Am I going to say, oh, can you go and do that because I was too scared, I couldn't do it, but I want you to do it? I have no right to tell them what they should do if I'm too scared to do it. And I think when I got really clear on what my number one lesson I would want to teach my kids was, and then looked at myself and said, well, if that's the lesson, then you got to start living that. And that then took all the guilt away, because it all became, you know what, I'm going to lead by example to my children, because I would just hate my kids to come to me when they're adults and say, you know what, I always wanted to be this, or I wish I'd gone and lived here, or I wish I didn't stay with that person. You know, that would break my heart. So it's like, if they tell me that and it would break my heart, then why is it okay for me to live like that? It's not okay. So that was sort of, and so from then on it was just all about chasing dreams. Yeah. And you know what? It doesn't matter if it doesn't all work out, because it's all just an experience every day, you know, and a learning every day. So it's just the journey. It's not really about any end result as such. So, yeah. Yeah, so thank you again.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's so good to meet you. Lovely to meet you. Thank you. See you, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye.
Enjoy the rest of your trip. See you. Hi. Hi, guys. Oh, okay, cool. I'm waiting for my Uber, so I'll have to like get in the Uber as we're talking, but I'm listening. And how, like, what would you expect in relation to like how many devices would be added to the platform like per month? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and I think that is the biggest thing. Like, if you have to be in whatever it is you want to do, you can't learn from looking at it from afar. You've got to be in it. That's the only way to learn, and that's been probably the biggest, the best decision that I made, even though it's hard from a personal perspective. You've got to be, like, whatever it is you want to do, you've got to be in it. And I think that is, and with your stuff, you've got to be sort of living it to learn from it. You can't learn from afar. All right, see ya. Thanks, you too, bye. Bye. I'm knackered.
What'd you say?
I'm knackered.
No.
Is that an Australian term? Is that,
Does that mean,
like,
does that mean beat?
yeah, exhausted,
I'm gonna start saying that.
shattered.
Oh my God,
And everyone's just gonna be like,
This
what?
is going to be its own series. This might become more popular than the vlog.
Yeah, the language.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I am like just,
Knackered.
Knackered. I'm knackered. My name's Sue Ellen Watts.
All right.
Yeah. Yep. And
What do I do?
yeah. Oh, they're not here. Everyone will go home and it'll be like us and Ed.
I wonder what that is.
Oh, I think that's Nick. How are you? Oh, I've just got to pop my ears from the lift. I'm great. How are you?
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. Hey, congrats on your fitness gear.
Thank you.
Can't wait for the women's line.
January.
Oh, can't wait.
I know.
Yeah, so good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
Do you know Corey?
Yes.
Yeah, met Corey, yeah. And
see you.
Train. He's our newest member of the team.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and he's awesome too.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah, because someone stole Jason.
I
you know?
heard.
Yeah. What do you work full time here and do your stuff on the other
100,
side?
100, 100.
100, 100.
100, 100.
So what does that result in?
200% of output.
Wow.
Yeah.
So tell me a typical day.
So, like, wake up in the morning.